Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving straight into a fascinating blueprint that decodes what might just be the ultimate secret to masculine attractiveness. I'm talking about facial contrast and definition. We're going to look at a highly specific 30-day protocol that breaks down exactly how guys can fundamentally upgrade their appearance. And the best part? It doesn't rely on lucky genetics at all. Let's get right into it.
Now you might be wondering, why does my face look exactly the same? You're probably doing all the basics right now. You're getting your regular haircuts, you're hitting the gym, you're remembering to drink some water, but you look in the mirror and think, why hasn't anything changed? Why do I look exactly the same as I did a year ago?
Well, here's the real kicker. Those chiseled, model-like features you're after, they aren't just about DNA. Actually, if you look at old photos of top male models, most of them started out looking completely average. The source material makes a really compelling case here. Your true facial structure is likely just hiding right under a layer of bloat and low contrast. It really comes down to a specific set of daily habits that literally shift how your face is structured and perceived.
Okay, here's the 30-day protocol we'll be covering. First, sculpting through debloating. Second, rebuilding your skin canvas. Third, mastering high facial contrast. Fourth, perfecting the structural illusion. And finally, putting it all together in the 30-day blueprint.
Section 1. Sculpting through debloating. Eliminating the water and fluid hiding your jawline.
So the first step in creating that sharp contrast of shape is realizing something huge. You probably aren't carrying as much actual face fat as you think. Instead, your jawline and your cheekbones are just buried under retained water and lymphatic fluid. Basically, you are insanely bloated. But tomorrow morning, you can fix it. Just grab 2 ice cubes, wrap them in a thin cloth, and massage your face in circles for exactly 2 minutes. Make sure to hit the cheeks, the jawline, and right under the eyes. The mechanics here are simple but incredibly powerful. The cold instantly constricts your blood vessels and drains that excess fluid. The puffiness just vanishes, your jaw looks sharper, and your eyes immediately look awake.
And you know what the most incredible part about this highly effective depuffing hack is? It costs absolutely $0. Nothing. It literally takes just 2 minutes of your morning, and that physical shift in your facial definition is immediate. But beyond the ice, you absolutely have to starve the bloat at the source. First things first, stop sleeping face down in your pillow. When you do that, fluid just pools in your face for 8 straight hours. You need to sleep on your back with your head slightly elevated. Next up, you've got to cut the sodium and sugar. Yeah, the chips, the fast food, the sodas, ditch them for just 30 days because they literally force your body to hold on to water like a sponge. Pair this with drinking 3 liters of water daily. I know it sounds kind of counterintuitive to drink more water to lose water weight, but when your body is fully hydrated, it actually stops hoarding it. Adopt these crucial habits, and the source notes your face is going to look noticeably leaner and more chiseled in just 2 weeks. It proves you don't need to lose 20 pounds to get a defined face.
Section 2. Rebuilding your skin canvas. Clearing the way for high contrast features.
Now, to make your actual facial features pop, building a flawless base canvas is absolutely essential. The crucial point here is that while the basics are mandatory, you absolutely need a cleanser, moisturizer, and sunscreen, they just aren't enough for a true transformation. If your skin looks dull, your pores look huge, and those old acne marks just won't fade, it's because dead skin cells are piling up. Enter retinol. This is the heavy artillery you need. Applied at night, it aggressively speeds up your skin cell turnover. It literally pushes the dead cells out and forces fresh, firm skin to the surface, fixing those issues right at the root.
Following this exact timeline is key. Start with a low concentration, like 0.25%, just 2 nights a week. Your skin might flake a little at first. You might look like a shedding snake for a second, but that actually means it's working. Push through it. Within 30 days, you get that clean, almost blurred out look. And to lock that healthy glow in, you need 10 to 15 minutes of morning UV exposure right after sunrise, with no sunscreen for this tiny window. This directly triggers vitamin D synthesis in your skin. Guys with low vitamin D often look tired and gray. That morning sun directly boosts your mood, your testosterone, and keeps your skin looking incredibly vital.
Section 3. Mastering high facial contrast. The looksmaxxing concepts 99% of guys miss.
This brings us to the core mechanism that ties this entire explainer together. So, what exactly is it? Facial contrast is defined as the color difference between your features, specifically your eyes, brows, and lips, and the surrounding canvas of your skin. It is all about how the human eye perceives definition. Subconsciously, high contrast signals vitality, health, and high testosterone to the human brain. This makes you look drastically more masculine and defined, even if you only have average bone structure. It's wild. It taps directly into our hardwired evolutionary biology. Just compare these low-contrast traits, invisible eyebrows, dry, crusty lips, and yellowed teeth, with the high-contrast tax. Low contrast totally ruins your definition and makes you look unhealthy. But grabbing a small face razor to clean up your eyebrows, that creates dark, clean lines that instantly frame your face. Rocking some well-maintained, sharp stubble, that creates a literal physical shadow on your jaw, making it look twice as strong as it actually is. Finally, carry a lip balm to fix dry lips and get an electric toothbrush with some whitening strips. A bright, white smile against your healthy skin is literally the ultimate facial contrast hack.
The source leaves us with a brilliant point to consider here, and I love this. Hair is literally makeup for men. It's so true. If you have a round face, getting a haircut that's tight on the sides with volume on top actually manipulates your entire head shape. It visibly lengthens the face and creates a distinct visual contrast that perfectly frames your newly cleared skin and defined features. It's a total game changer.
Section 4. Perfecting the structural illusion. Creating physical shadows through mechanics.
Listen, you can have the absolute best skin, the highest facial contrast, and perfect grooming. But if we don't fix your physical mechanics, it's all for nothing. Your posture totally dictates how your facial structure is displayed. When you slouch and look down at your phone all day, your jawline literally folds into your neck. You must use these postural adjustments. Keep those shoulders back, and crucially, keep your chin parallel to the floor. Doing this physically stretches the skin under your chin and forces that jawline shadow to pop. Also, spend a little time looking in the mirror. Practice relaxing your face, holding a confident resting expression, and learning how to just smile naturally.
Now you want to combine that parallel chin posture with a technique known as mewing. I know, the name sounds a bit silly and it might feel strange at first, but it is an absolute insider secret. By consciously resting your tongue flat against the roof of your mouth, you are quite literally lifting the soft tissue that hangs down and causes double chins. Over time, this cements that structural illusion and drastically sharpens the contrast between your neck and your jaw.
Section 5. The 30-day blueprint. Locking in the transformation.
Let's bring all this together into a single daily protocol. Ice your face in the morning to kill the bloat. Apply retinol at night to resurface your skin canvas. Groom specifically for facial contrast. Clean up the brows, sharpen the stubble, whiten the teeth. Cut the heavy sodium and hydrate with 3 liters of water. And finally, fix your posture and practice mewing. If you systematically execute this heavy artillery protocol, you aren't just doing the basics anymore. You are actively engineering facial contrast and structural definition.
30. That is the exact number of days it takes for this protocol to work. None of this requires a ton of money, and it absolutely does not require freak genetics. It just requires consistency for one single month to look like a completely upgraded version of yourself.
The blueprint is right here, and the next 30 days are completely up to you. But it leaves us with a truly fascinating question. If manipulating simple visual contrast and water retention can entirely change how the world perceives your genetics, what other fixed traits in your life are actually completely within your control?